So when you're placing an effigy as fiddlesticks, a lot of people ask me, what does the indicator mean, the circle around the effigy? As you spin it around or move up and down, the circle actually moves. This actually means absolutely nothing. I've tested it a lot, and I am fairly certain that Riot just made an issue. This was intended to mean something, and it really doesn't. Um, Originally, I thought that it was the vision that the effigy gives, but this is not the case. Because you could see if you face it forward versus face it backwards, the circle will move. So theoretically, if I were to place an effigy right in this crack, face it backwards, it would give this much vision. Now, if I place an effigy right on top of it and face the other way, it should give more vision. It does not. It gives the exact same amount. If I put an enemy dummy here, it doesn't matter which way I face it. If I face it forwards, it could do whatever. It's going to fake an action no matter what you do. Sometimes it runs backwards, sometimes it runs forward. It really just doesn't matter. So all that this does is it just faces the effigy that way. That's all it actually does. It doesn't increase the sweeper radius, nothing. Another thing about effigies, you can use them on blast cones, but the effigy doesn't actually take form until a second and a half after you place it. So if you were to just effigy and auto attack, it's not going to jump over. You have to wait a little bit for the effigy to take form, and then you can blast cone it over a wall. This could be useful if the enemy is in Dragon or something, and you want to get them to use a cooldown on what might be you. You might spook them or get vision or something. Because maybe there's a Blitzcrank sitting right here, okay? They have a Blitzcrank on their team. And you don't want to get that close. So you could just stand this far back and auto-attack yourself some vision. So that's a good use for it. Another big one most people don't know is the Rift Herald. Interaction with the effigy is... So if I turn off cooldowns, I'll place both my effigies. And okay, so if I take off the cooldowns, if I place my effigies, I have no effigy up for 75 seconds now. But if you pick up the Eye of the Herald and you drop it, your effigies restack. You get all your effigies back. So no matter what, if you're ever picking up an Eye of the Herald, you should always make sure you use your effigy. Even if you're just dropping it right here, it's better than just not using it, because it might do something. You're going to get vision. You might spook an enemy, whatever. I'm not advocating dropping Rift Troll this quickly, but the point is, if you're picking up the eye, make sure you don't have any effigies in your inventory, because they're going to be wasted. But yeah, so those are some of the more or lesser known things about effigies.